From 2014, a children's program in the 70s featured a superhero called Shazam. The character was based on Captain Marvel and got a strong response from audience in a boy demographic. Producers wanted to have a similar program for girls. They found an Egyptian goddess that had no obvious drawbacks or bad associations: Isis. Today, an 8-year-old girl, Isis, is utterly heartbroken by the response her name inspires. It is all right, Isis, just keep your head and don't take others. In the TV program, the character was summoned by the lead turning around and calling out her name. Best not to do that outdoors these days. One person who is brave enough to attempt such is Cate Blanchet. But don't let Cate sign a sick certificate for your employer. On this slow news day, we found out that Dracula was misunderstood and his terrorist activity overstated. A good Samaritan on a train who went to the aid of a woman being monstered by 2 men got beaten up. Coroner criticises police investigation 19 years ago and declares the missing man murdered. Police corner a man in Brisbane and shoot him dead as he raised a weapon. A Simpsons character has died, but no one remembered ever seeing him. In more serious news, Clive Palmer has claimed to have won 90% of court cases. He fights. He has actually won 6% of court cases in the last 18 months. He should fight more of them. Sophia Morabella may have lost her seat to an electoral fraud. Australia records another big deficit thanks to ALP. Senator Wong had lost over $100 billion in preceding budgets. It may have reached over $140 billion unaccounted for. The ALP are involved with corruption and bad management, but they had supporters who helped, and they helped terrorists too. ABC has claimed Australian need for a strong defence force is a myth. Q&A provides excuses from terrorist apologists delivered straight to media who want to tell terrorists. Some of the excuses put Australia in danger of being hit. It looks like an Afghan expat was killed for being Australian. Crikey expresses concern for those demonizing others, yet Crikey demonizes conservatives as editorial policy. Stein comments on a workplace accident involving an Islamic convert decapitating a colleague. Obama admits an intelligence failure regarding ISIS in Syria going back 2 years. Only those 2 years involved an election he was so desperate for that he lied about Benghazi. Tim Blair provides a guide to avoiding terrorists. They say justice is blind, but she appears to be racist. Going back in time in Afghanistan, one sees women living free lives. Once upon a time, Islam celebrated wine and women in poetry and lifestyle. Amanda Vanstone drew on myth to denounce Christians so as to reconcile with Islam through Ataturk. Ataturk was successful in opposing radical clerics so that Turkish women today are unaccustomed to wearing traditional robes. But the pathetic truth is exposed with an Islamic conference where terrorists are welcome, but journalists are not.